I'm Dr. John Scharffenberg, a medical physician, professor of nutrition at Loma University, Loma, California. Today, I want to discuss lowering your salt intake. You see, it's the salt that's increasing our blood pressure, increasing our stroke risk and heart attack risk, but primarily the stroke risk. The Amazon Indians in the Amazon basin never get high blood pressure because they don't use salt. They only have about a gram of salt a day in their diet. In Slovakia, in the United States, we have 8.5 grams. In the Czech Republic, they eat more because they put more salt in the food when in the kitchen. Where does our salt come from? About 12% is from the food in the natural state. That's where the sodium is. But 77% comes from the processed foods. The food manufacturer sells you something in a package and he's already added a lot of salt to it. We only add about 6% from the salt shaker when we're sitting at a table. In our cooking, we probably add 5%. Water is only about 1% sodium. Now, the two food groups which have the highest amounts of sodium are the bread and cereal group and the meat group. Now, how do I lower my salt intake? Well, I'm a vegetarian. So right away, I don't have that meat group to bother about. And the meat group gives us 20 to 25% of our sodium in our diet. The bread and cereal group, another 20%. Don't be overweight. If you're overweight, that means you're eating more food, and you're going to get eating more food. That means you're going to get more salt. Eat at home more. When you eat out, they try to give you larger portions, and you're eating more salt. Eating out is likely to increase salt intake by 50%. Bigger portions, more salt. Between the years 1970 and 2000, 55% increase is due to the eating out more. The cereal breads and the breakfast cereals are high in salt. You need to make your own bread and get a bread that is low in salt. We can get by with much less sodium in the bread and still be satisfied with it. Eat foods in a natural, unprocessed state. And then you can cook the things in the kitchen from scratch from the very beginning and don't add so much salt. Fruits don't require salt. Eat more fruit, and then you don't get so much salt. Read the labels on any food you buy that's in a package or in a can. Avoid those that show you they have a lot of sodium. What foods have a lot of sodium? Canned soups are high in sodium. Meals already prepared, ready to eat like that, are high. Salad dressings are high. If you get canned vegetables and things, rinse the foods to get a lot of the sodium out of there. Use herbs for seasonings rather than salt. You need more potassium in your diet. That negates the effect of salt. We get the potassium from the fruits and vegetables. Eat more fruits and vegetables, you get more potassium. We should have twice as much potassium in our diet as salt. It's the other way around. We're getting more sodium and less potassium.